Holy cow, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe Trump just did what he did. Okay. And, a lot of people are saying that Trump is saying he's going to do certain things for America to make America great again. Other people are saying that, that they have full faith in Donald Trump. Let me know where you guys stand. Do you believe in Donald Trump's plan for America? Do you think that Trump is going to make America great again? Or do you believe mainstream liberal media saying that Trump is a dictator? Because what I just heard is that Trump has literally been the number one reason why TikTok is being restored for the US users, and America is already thanking Donald Trump right now ahead of the inauguration. And it's just crazy. By the way, Trump's inauguration is less than 24 hours away. And we're seeing a growing level of support from younger fans of TikTok, and they're going over toward Trump. Younger fans are literally showing more and more support for Trump than we've ever seen, guys. In fact, I don't know how many of you guys realize, but last night, TikTok ended up going down. TikTok banned their service from being able to be accessed by US users in America, in the United States, sometime last night. Now, I don't know what time you guys might have noticed. Comment down below what time you noticed TikTok go down last night, because I noticed it around 11 p.m. Eastern time. Let me know where you guys noticed it, or even if you use TikTok. But my phone was blowing up. Ron, have you been on TikTok? Ron, did you see TikTok went down? So get this, guys. Trump begins restoring service for U.S. users after Trump's comments, guys. So never in the history of America have we seen another president have so much input and authority on the country before the inauguration day. Okay, we were seeing nationals go to visit Florida, Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, before he even won the presidential election. Y'all remember Benjamin Netanyahu visited Trump before he won, right? Y'all remember Justin Trudeau of Canada visiting Trump before he won, right? Well, now the company TikTok, owned by ByteDance, said that in a statement that TikTok was coming back online in the United States after President-elect Donald Trump provided assurances to the company's service providers. So basically, TikTok, a lot of people don't realize, is more than just entertainment, funny TikTok dances, and these TikTok contests and these TikTok competitions or whatever, right? TikTok is a significant financial source of income, not only for people, entrepreneurs and side hustlers here in America, people who have, part-time gig work in America, but the government, the IRS, the United States government, guys, makes so much money off of TikTok. You might be thinking to yourself, well, how's the government making money off of TikTok? Well, the government makes money off of TikTok because TikTok users and entrepreneurs and people who work from home and have online businesses or home-based businesses that use TikTok for advertising. Okay, they're advertising their products on TikTok, and those people, they generally generate a 1099, and this ends up being income and revenue that is reported to the IRS so that they can generate tax revenue. Okay, so TikTok said, and so this is how the government benefits, and this is why the government, and this is why a lot of people were looking at Joe Biden and Kamala Harris like they're complete idiots, because they're like, you're going to cut your arm off, figuratively speaking, if you cut off TikTok, because the people who generate all these businesses that leverage TikTok for advertising, for news, for income, they're going to lose that tax revenue. So get this, guys. So TikTok said Sunday, like just hours ago, literally hours ago, this is breaking news. TikTok said it's going to be restoring service to United States users after blocking it the evening before. Now, I talked about this yesterday on my other channel, and I was like, why are they banning TikTok already? Like, the deadline was not even like we didn't even reach the deadline and they were already banning TikTok. It was absolutely crazy. It was bonkers. People were flipping out, texting me, blowing my phone up. Ron, emails, man, there's only one of me. So many people were messaging me like as if I work for TikTok and I can tell them some inside information about what's actually happening in TikTok and why they shut it down and if they were ever going to bring it back. Now, a lot of people took the TikTok ban and shutdown as a threat, saying, I mean, the government, Biden, Kamala Harris, they've been talking about shutting down TikTok forever, and they never did it, so they're never going to do it. And I'm like, look, just because they never did it before doesn't mean that they won't. But get this, TikTok took it upon themselves to shut themselves down. But get this, in a statement, TikTok said its video platform was coming back online after, guess what happened? After President-elect Donald Trump provided assurances necessary to the company's service providers. So Trump's younger base, because TikTok is more of a younger person's app, like when you look at the demographics of the users and the content creators that are on there. But Trump's popularity among the younger voter base is increasing. So this is further helping Trump's cause. This is further helping conservatives. This is further helping Republicans and their reputation, because they're seeing, like, people are seeing this in real time. It's live that, look, Trump's not even the president of the United States yet. Trump's inauguration is not for another 24 hours. And he's already intervening on a level that we've never seen in history before with previous presidents. So in a statement, it said, quote, in agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. Now, this was a post that TikTok put on X. They went on to say, quote, we thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurances to our service providers that they will face no penalties providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. Now, guys, this is a very key and instrumental segment of this statement of not only the service restoration, forget about the TikTok service restoration, 7 million small businesses. What do small businesses do, guys? They create jobs for people, okay? They create jobs for people. So does Trump want to see the United States unemployment rate go sky high when he comes into office? No, that's gonna damage his ability. It's going to severely impair his ability to make America great again if he comes into office and 7 million businesses suddenly lose their ability to communicate with their customers. So that's number one. No one's talking about this right now. By the way, if you guys haven't already, please take a second, hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. But no one's talking about this right now. And a lot of people, and I'm seeing mixed opinions. Some people are blaming Biden. Some people are blaming Kamala Harris. Some people are blaming Trump for the TikTok shutdown. Some people are saying, you know, Trump shut it down so that he could bring it back so he can take credit. I don't think it's that, because it wasn't Trump that put the ban, the ban or the threat of the ban of TikTok in place. Trump wasn't in office. He's not in office yet. Inauguration's not for another 24 hours. It was the Biden administration, if you think about it, that basically pushed this through to ban TikTok. But what they didn't think about is the impact that this is going to have on Americans, okay? The impact is going to hit 7 million small businesses, okay? Now, here's what I think. I think that if Joe Biden or Kamala Harris were to win the presidential election, they would have remove this ban. They would have either extended the date at which TikTok can operate without a U.S. company buying it out. You know how we were hearing like Elon Musk or Mr. Beast was going to buy TikTok. I think that they would have extended that at least to the point where there was a deal on the table to buy TikTok if Joe Biden or Kamala Harris won. But since Kamala Harris lost the election to President Trump, they left this in place. And look at the timing, guys. The timing was too perfect. It was almost like they planned this for the very beginning. If they lose the presidential election, we'll leave it in place, let TikTok shut down, and let 7 million small businesses die on the vine. I mean, it's quite a diabolical plan, but look at the date, guys. I don't think that there's any coincidence that they just so happened to decide to let the TikTok ban start on the presidential inauguration day or day before the presidential. So basically, this looks like it could have been a plan from the very beginning to sabotage Trump's return to office so that they can say 7 million small businesses failed within the first month of Trump taking office, right? But then if we open the hood of the vehicle and we take a look at what's going on in here, well, how do we get here? Well, the Biden administration decided to ban TikTok, and the 7 million small businesses that have thriving businesses that are running on TikTok have failed as a result of the ban. So it wasn't Trump's fault. It just happened to land on Trump's lap. You see what I'm saying, guys? So shout out to the Trump administration for getting ahead of this thing and realizing the nationwide impact that this would have. This is a nationwide impact that this would have. For every TikTok has indicated that over 7 million small businesses thrive on their platform. How does TikTok know that there's 7 million small businesses on their platform? Well, number one, I would say that that's an understated number. But the reason why TikTok would know is because when you sign up for TikTok, if you want to advertise or have a link to an external site, typically to your business website, you have to have at least, like, I don't know how many subscribers because I don't use TikTok like that. You might need and I don't know if it's subscribers or followers or whatever, right? But TikTok, you got to have at least, I don't know, like 10,000 followers, and you got to have like so many views or something like that just to even be able to add a link to your small business. Or you can skip the line and basically register your small business on TikTok, and then you can have immediate access to putting links on your site. So TikTok has the data to know how many small businesses are on their website. And so this is how they're able to say that there's 7 million small businesses. I say it's more than that because there's a lot of small businesses that are using the website that just didn't register. So there's at least 7 million. Now imagine this. Imagine this for a second, right, guys? So you got 7 million small businesses on TikTok. How many people work for the average small business? Well, let me go ahead and do a quick Google search. So how many people work for the average small business? Okay, it says here that according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average small business employs fewer than 5 people, with most small businesses having between 1 and 4 employees. Okay. So these small businesses, they're not employing hundreds of people at all, right? So they're employing somewhere between 1 and 4 employees. So let's just do some real simple math. Let's just assume that the average, let's stay on the lower end of the scale. Let's just say that the average small business that's operating their business and driving leads, driving traffic, getting customers from TikTok, out of these 7 million small businesses, let's just say that the average company has 2.5 employees, right? That's kind of right in the middle, right? So if you multiply 7 million times 2.5, there's suddenly 17.5 million people out of a job, unemployed. Now think about the national economic impact of suddenly 17.5 million people being out of a job. I'm just saying, this could have been so much worse if Trump didn't step in here, guys. 17.5 million people out of a job. And I feel like no one's talking about this. No one's freaking talking about this. I mean, so it goes on to say, quote, "It's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States," end quote. So this came from TikTok. This is a post that TikTok released on Twitter. And that came, it's already got 80, almost 100,000 likes on this one. And that came out two and a half hours ago. So I'm sure it's over 100,000 likes by now. It's been shared a million times. Just hours before the move from TikTok, Trump posted on Truth Social calling for the app to remain available. Trump indicated in his post that he wanted it to be available in order to broadcast his inauguration on Monday. So this is another reason why Trump wanted TikTok to be online. He wanted to be. So Trump is like more hip than we've ever seen any other president, in my opinion. Trump has leveraged these social media platforms on a level that so many of the Democratic candidates haven't. They just haven't. I mean, look at Kamala Harris. She didn't even want to spend time hanging out with Joe Rogan because apparently Joe Rogan wasn't big enough for her and her schedule was too busy. And so Trump was like humble enough to go to Joe Rogan's studio, whereas Kamala Harris was demanding that Joe Rogan would have to come to her and he'd have to rebuild his studio wherever she happened to be, which is a crazy request. So it's kind of like saying, hey, restaurant, I don't want to come to your restaurant. I want you to come to me. So rebuild your restaurant, your kitchen, all the tables and whatnot in my front yard so that I don't have to come to you. Like, who the freak do you think you are? Anyway, so there's a quote. It says, I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the time. This is coming from Trump. I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect so that we can make a deal to protect our national security. The order will also confirm that there will be no liability for any company that helped keep TikTok from going dark before my order, end quote. So, dude, this is huge. Trump has literally said he will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect. No other president in history has done this before. This is an absolute first. TikTok's availability remained limited as of early afternoon with access to the platform's content available through web browsers. I couldn't even get to it through a web browser, to be honest with you guys. Let's see. With access to the platform's content available through website. So the app was also still unavailable for download from Apple and Google's app stores. Now, the law banning TikTok, which was scheduled to go into effect on Sunday, it allows the president to grant a 90-day extension before the ban is enforced, provided certain criteria is met. So under a law that, and this is why I'm saying that this is Joe Biden's doing. I hate seeing when people are saying like, yo, is this Trump's fault? It's not Trump's fault. It said under a law that President Joe Biden signed in April, TikTok would be banned unless its Chinese owner ByteDance sold the company to a non-Chinese buyer. So prior to the ban's implementation, both Joe Biden and the incoming Trump administration appeared to reverse their positions previously on TikTok. So now think about it. 17.5 million people will be immediately impacted. Now, smart business owners would have figured out some other way to get back online, to get advertising, to be able to communicate back with their customers. But this would be so devastating that it would have an immediate impact on people's incomes. Some people would get fired, laid off, as companies restructured. If that were to happen, though, I mean, think about it. People would likely start missing car payments, right? Because we already know that the average American doesn't have $500. The average American doesn't have $1,000 to cover an unexpected emergency. Well, if you lose your job, that definitely qualifies as an unexpected emergency, right? So just think, you'd have potentially nearly 18 million people suddenly unemployed, unable to make their car payments, unable to make mortgage payments. And the IRS, okay, and then if you're not making mortgage payments, we're going to see foreclosures increase. Foreclosures are going to spike. Car repossessions, repos are going to go through the roof, right? And let's not even talk about the financial impact to the United States Treasury, because what do you think is going to happen when these people aren't earning money because they all got laid off or their businesses got shut down because of TikTok being blocked to U.S. users? Well, if there's no income, there's no income tax. And then the IRS is they're not going to be able to collect the tax revenue that we need to keep the country going. So this was such a massive ripple effect, potential clusterfuck that we've never, ever seen here in America. And we've never seen it before because we've never seen the presence of social media on the level that it is now. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. So anyway, during his campaign, Trump, who advocated for a ban of TikTok during his first term as president, he came out in support of TikTok, saying that he would save the app. And I think Trump might have done this after really thinking through what are the ramifications of shutting down this app, right? Can we just make it safer so that Americans aren't being spied on by China? Because the ramifications are, sure, we keep China from spying on Americans, but the unintended consequence, and this is always what happens, right? How many times have you had a great idea? Hey, me and the wife, we're going to do this. And then you go and do the thing. And then you realize that there was something negative that came with that decision that you didn't realize. Well, those are called unintended consequences, right? Maybe you went on a vacation, you're looking forward to taking this trip, and then something bad happened during the trip, and you didn't plan for that because you wanted to go on this vacation and have a good time, but something bad happened, right? Those are unintended consequences. And so I see this effect on the American economy, on businesses, on employees of the businesses that run off of TikTok. I see those being casualties to these unintended consequences. And Trump just said, hey, you know, this could create a bigger problem than what we're solving. Let's solve this problem in another way. But anyway, that's just my take on that one. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me up in the comments, hit the like button, join the conversation. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, share this video with someone else who needs to hear this, and we'll see you guys on the next one.